Look at it.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the AutoFinesse Detailing Academy, where today we're about to embark on another of our big details. We put it out to the public vote. We picked 10 cars out, put them out on social media. You guys voted, and this is our winner, an E36 328. Now, we've done a few BMWs here before, but this one really took our eye. It had been sitting around as a barn find, and when I got talking to the owner as well, what's even better is he's already started a resto on this car. Although he's been spending his time and attention on the underside and all the running gear, but he's yet to tackle the bit that everybody sees, which is the upper side. So we're going to see if we can't give this car back to him looking a lot fresher and more like the day it rolled out the factory. Is it all marked? Is it all like scratched up on the pillars?
That's not bad.
You can change these are easy to get. We'll get them changed out. Because once that bay's all clean, they'll
How do you reckon it's going to be then, boys?
Interesting, to say the least.
I think it'll come out quite nice.
Yeah.
A bit challenging in areas, but apart from that.
Yeah, some areas that are a bit concerning, but it shouldn't be too bad. Just let it go.
whip the wheels off, get it up on axle stands.
Yeah.
Two of us will do the engine bay, two of us do wheels and arches.
Yeah.
I don't think the arches and that are too bad.
Actually, right. Yeah.
He says he's done all the running gear and stuff anyway. So.
Sweet.
Always check your work, or check someone else's work. There's a little bit of iron still on the lips, but it's in there, it's gathered at the bottom of there. It's really difficult to get, so we're going to soak them up again in iron out, and then we'll get a small barrel brush, be able to get right into that bit there on all of them, and then they should be pretty fresh. They're looking good. A little bit of wheel weight glue to remove, but other than that, they've come out well.
So now we're going to dose it up again with Eradicate. Done the first lot, we've jetted it off, we're going to do it again, then we're going to agitate it with brush, brooms, whatever can get into whatever part of that engine bay.
This is how you clean an engine bay. I've heard this. It's only a small chop. Don't jump.
This is temp 1.
So you're probably looking and wondering why we've gone ahead and snow foamed the car again. Well, in that Lance, actually it wasn't snow foam at all. It was iron out contamination remover. This is a method we've been toying around with the last few months, and it's been working wonders for us in getting the remover on the vehicle quickly and a full coverage. We're now going to take a foam applicator, we're going to agitate that in and then rinse it off for a thorough decon before we go ahead and use tire removers and clay bars to finish the job.
What are we going to ask now?
Put it up Simon's bucket.
Yeah, I am, yeah. Oh, is that it?
Do like a good clay job when a bit comes off. Hate it when you do a whole car and you don't really get a lot and you're like, ugh, there's a lot of work and you got nothing out of it.
Not good. Oh.
Oh, delicious. Have a look at that. So you can save them, put them back on there. I won't wonder where they are later. What will happen is I'll go to put that back on and I'll wonder why it doesn't fit, and it's because I've got the nuts on there. But at least I'll have the nuts.
So me and Dan are going around now with some paint depth gauges. Now we want to find out exactly what we got on this car. We know some areas have been sprayed just by looking at them. We're going to just double check using our paint depth gauges. I could talk about machine polishing, I could talk about Simon's silly hat, anything you want really. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, once we've ascertained how much paint we've got to work with, is to test pad and polish combos to see what gets the desired result. Now, we're working with obviously an old BMW here, and BMWs of this era they're not the hardest of paints, they're kind of the harder side of medium, we'd class them as. What we're going to do is we're going to set about trying a medium polish and a medium pad. The paint is quite swirled up, so you're not going to get away with just a fine refining compound and a soft pad on this. We know we're going to need something with a bit more bite than that, just experience tells us that straight away. We'll set about it with a medium polish, medium pad. If we need to, we will step it up from there to get to the bottom of the deepest scratches. That's what we're trying to do here when we're doing paint correction. We're trying to level the surface down to the lowest level of the deepest scratch. Now, on an older car like this, there might be a few in there that are taking it that bit too far. So we'll have to use our own judgment as detailers on those and figure out if we just want to round out the corners of those and take the eye off them visually, or if we want to try and fully remove them.
How are you getting on with compounding, Darren?
Yeah, we're doing alright, cutting stages on this door. It's coming up quite nice actually. Going to start on this A-pillar and then move on to the roof. Yeah, but overall it's coming out alright.
Turn it won't stop, got to attack, turn it can't stop, won't stop. That down the bumper.
you ready for some food?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm starving.
Ready for some food?
I need food. I haven't eaten all day.
Food.
Loads of food.
Colour there, where it, look, from there to about there is right on the brink.
It's a nice hat.
You've never seen a man wearing a top. I've integrated it into my hat.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't stand out as much. When I've got a bald head, if I've got this just on its own, it's a lot. But I feel it blends right in like this. You never really notice. Yes, me old woolly boy. That was a brand new wall pad, and that was a massive mistake.
Hi there.
It's a £1,200 skid
Welcome.
box.
I was just checking. It's nice.
You get it? Get it?
Got it. Pretty happy with myself right now. Okay, so that is a wrap for day one. We've pulled a little bit of a late one tonight, but we've managed to get more than we ever expected done in the first day. The washdown went swimmingly, and then we've managed to come in here and get on with the paint correction side. We've managed to get around about 80% of that done. We've only got to do the bonnet, the roof, and then the bumpers and other parts that we've removed from the car that are next door, and then the cutting stages are done. It will just be refinement to do tomorrow. Then we can jump on to some of the other details like the interior, the wheels, some of the trim parts. We've also removed a whole host of bits off of the car, as you can see. We're going to get into more detail on them, really spend some time restoring this car to its former glory. As you can see, we've got the boot lid off of the vehicle. Some of you may think we're crazy for taking this off to detail it. After all, it's in a good position on the car when it's fitted, but we haven't taken this off to do any paint correction on it. All of us agree that this is too far for detail alone. Detailing has its limitations, and this particular boot lid is past those. We've got a ton of deep scratches in here, and we've got lacquer failure over in one corner that's starting to spread further. We feel we could go ahead and start sanding it, but if we do that, we're just going to make these problems worse. So we're going to load it up in a van and take it over to a local body shop we use to get it painted for us.
As James explained earlier, the boot lid wasn't really up to scratch. There was nothing that we could really do with it, polishing or sand it down. So we're just taking it over to Adams Motors. They're right next to our factory in Harlow. They're gonna strip the boot lid down, paint it up, give it back to us in the next couple of days. We can fit it back on the car, so it all matches, all looks good.
How you getting on the roof, Steve?
Pretty good actually. There's not a lot of defects in this roof. You would have seen a little clip of me just using a rotary on this, but that was just to get rid of some of the heavier stuff that is in there. Like I said, there's not a lot of it, but it's better just to smash through it than it is just to tickle it. So I've gone over that. It's now looking really good, ready for refinement after. So yeah, it's looking good.
guys, welcome back to the Detailing Academy. Here we have target practice with Darren. Go, vamos.
Welcome back for day 3 of the big detail. As you can see behind me, the car is looking super glossy now. We've completed all of the paint correction stages, cutting and refinement is done. So on the paintwork side, all that's left to do is apply the coatings. We've still got a whole host of trim parts that are just next door. They've all been cleaned, treated, and we've got to fit those up today. We're then going to crack on with some of the finer details. The interior needs a little bit of finishing off. There's a couple of other bits on the exterior to do, and then we should be ready to show you the finished results. Stick with us, see how it all goes. So these headlights are looking a little bit worse for wear. We initially thought we could get away with just machine polishing the face of these and lift them, but it seems that some water's got in there over time. It's misted up, it's then got cooked in by the headlights themselves. So that is actually on the inside of the glass. We're going to go ahead and split these lenses apart. We're going to polish up the glass on the inside. We're going to polish the 2 individual light lenses as well. While we're at it, we can get all these dead bugs out here. We'll stick it back together, stick them on the car, and it should knock years off the look of this vehicle.
So as you've seen, the interior is now done. We've got the seats back in, we've also got the carpet back in. Now the boys are bringing around the trim pieces for the front bumper and rear bumper. We're now going to jump onto the arches as well, get them dressed up with some Revive.
Just 3 more bolts, then a cup of tea.
Hi James, yeah, all 4 wheels are on. We're ready for you now. Cheers, mate.
So it is day 4. We didn't manage to do a wrap up on yesterday because we went live on Instagram. We've done a live Q&A. So it is day 4. We didn't manage to do a wrap up on yesterday because we went live on Instagram. We've done a live Q&A over there. But to just recap over yesterday and what we've done, we managed to get the car coated. We got the trim pieces fitted back up. All that's left to put back on the car now is the headlights. The interior's back in there as well. We've been over that, finished off any last bits there. There's a few finishing bits for us to do today and we're pretty much wrapping things up. By this afternoon, we'll probably be ready to do those all important finish shots. We've got to put the headlights in, as I said. We've got to clean up a couple more bits in the engine bay that are not quite there. And then it is literally just a couple of bits of trim that want dressing. We've got to pick the boot lid up from the painters and hopefully we've got a guy coming over to replace that cracked windscreen. And then the job should be done. Right, so we've hopped in the van and it's time for me to head over and pick up the last piece of the puzzle. That is the boot lid. We've used these guys a couple of times before and we know they do a good job. We are expecting there's probably a little bit of refinement for us to do, but we'll see how it's turned out and go from there. Spot on. Thank you very much. Appreciate you doing that so quickly for us.
So James has popped back and he has given us the boot lid again. The paint has been done on it and there are some imperfections in there, but we're sure we can get them out. So let's get cracking.
Right, we've got a scooper here from Joe and Rob's windscreens and they're putting a brand new windscreen in our E36.
One of the last jobs for us to do on this interior is to apply a leather conditioner. Now, I know it's a bit of a controversial point and I think a lot of the confusion comes from the name with these products. A lot of people say they don't use one because they're useless and they don't do anything. And whilst they don't actually condition leather, because leather gets its colour from being painted, so nothing can get through that substance and actually condition the leather itself. What a leather conditioner like this does is it acts like a barrier cream. So think of it like the exterior of your vehicle. You wouldn't wash your car and get it all nice and clean and not put something on there to protect it, would you? And that's where a leather conditioner comes in on the interior. It is your protection. Think of it like a barrier cream for your leather. So then, if you get any dirt and grime on it in the future, it's easy to clean up.
another match.
Now the front windscreen has been put in, we're now going to coat the glass. So for that we're going to be using the Ceramics Glass Protection Kit to give it the best start in its life.
So when this car was delivered to us, it was missing an exhaust. So thanks to our friends at Scorpion, they've kindly delivered this for us so we can fit it on the car.
One last thing, and that is that. The detail is complete once the badges go back on, so let's get it done.
My bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, they ain't gon' feed you. I been all on my grind, so why I need you? Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, they ain't gon' feed you. I been all on my grind, so why I need you? Big flex, my swole up. Double cup and I'm pulled up. Hating like hold up. What's the problem? I'm pulled up. Big flex, my swole up. Hard body, they fold up. Shawty say I done glowed up. Double text on my phone up. With your boy, I'm the man of the year. I'm not a fan of your peers. Serve him with fate, I'ma hand him the shears. He not the man of your peers. Heart of a lion, I'm trampling fears. I love the man in the mirror. Cry me a river, then stand in the tears. You better stand in the clear. I'm going crazy, fugazi. How would they ever go with a kid? Put it on, baby, it do not faze me. Boy, I do not get what you did. Eating that kitty, she stuck to my rib. How can I trust him? He the pigs. Bro got a Glock and a couple of C's. He think about splitting a couple of wigs. Shotty my DNA all real. Sweatsuit all heel figure. And I ain't even got to deal with you.
So it's Saturday morning and Zach, the owner of the E36, has turned up for the big reveal. Now, he's told me he's kept well away from our Instagram coverage and the stories and stuff because he wants it to be a big surprise. We're hoping he's as impressed with the results as we are. So let's see what his reaction is. Yeah, this is pretty much as far as detailing can go with your car. We've done like no holds barred, everything possible that we can do here. We've done a couple of bits that we can't do. We've had people come in and do. So yeah, I guess it just remains to pull the cover off it and show you it.
Yeah,
you ready?
I cannot wait, yeah.
Ready?
Thank you guys. Cool, look at it. That is mental.
It looks shiny in the pictures, but you don't really get a grasp of how clean it is.
It looks amazing.
Don't get us wrong, you'd already done
so
us
much.
A massive favour with the underside stuff because it's pretty fresh underneath.
It's
and
nice the top has it. The top now matches. It's
yeah, the
nice
top
clean top with nice clean underside now. I just thank you so much, all of you. I appreciate it, and obviously thanks everyone that's voted. Obviously, if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. So it really means a lot.
I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, they ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you?